Hi, this is Steve from Roofer911. I'm at a home in Woodbridge, Virginia, and they have a few different issues with this roof. Here you can see they put some electrical tape around the rubber collar because the collar was completely deteriorated. Also, there's a nail right over in here, right into the flashing. So what I really recommend is to remove and replace this pipe flange. Then we're going to install ice and water shield that will go completely around the pipe, fully adhere to the metal flashing and also to the wood deck, and then we'll be able to re-shingle this area. Now also they have the same problem here. They put some kind of tape around the collar and also down near the base here. That's some kind of tape. So same thing. Oh God! And then they put some nail buttons right through the shingles and into the flashing. So the same procedures we're going to do with that one pipe flange, we'll do the same. And then they have the same problem here. Also, the attic fan is leaking, and it's because of nails fastened into the flashing too close to the fan itself. So the attic fan will leak when there's a heavy downpour or a driving rain. Yeah, I checked it. Whoops, I just stepped on the soft spot. Yeah, right here. You can see it's all soft, and that's because of the attic fan leaking. But another thing is, not only is the plywood soft right in that area, the water's traveling underneath the roof all the way down to the gutter line. So eventually, all this plywood here can become rotten, and then they're going to have moisture settling inside the wall and on the ceiling. Now, another thing I noticed is the stacked pipe. The fastening procedures around it is fine, but this hairline fractures right in here. So this needs to be sealed completely around with polyurethane. Now, after we seal this, the stack pipe could still leak, and the reason why is because there's vertical seam here as well. So if this is not sealed, the water can channel its way inside here and then just bypass the flange and leak inside the home. Okay, one thing very important I noticed also is they don't have a ridge vent. And a ridge vent is very important. It will prevent condensation buildup in the wintertime and also mold. Now, a lot of contractors, they're going to disagree with me, but they couldn't be further from the truth. Now, they say that the attic fan and ridge vent, you cannot have both of them at the same time because the attic fan pulls out the warm, moist air and the ridge vent sucks it right back in. You know, it does ever so slightly, but not to the point where it's going to cause a problem. So I highly recommend to have a ridge vent installed. Also down here near the gutter line, I could see the shingles are lifting up the first course ever so slightly because the gutter screening underneath wasn't fastened flush to the deck. So the shingles are curling up. So what will happen is when there's a heavy rain, that water is going to pond there and the water is going to back up and then it's going to settle inside the exterior wall. So I would really recommend to fasten the screening underneath. Now when you look at this roof, it looks much worse than really what it is. I mean, most contractors, the minute they step foot on the roof, they're going to say new roof, but the overall condition of the shingles is very good. As you can see here, the roof is only like 11 years old. So what I would really recommend to have this roof clean with all that algae and moss, because eventually algae will grow underneath the shingles and it could eat away at the plywood. My name is Steve again from Roofer911, and if you have any questions whatsoever, I can be reached at 703-475-2446. Thank you.